In this video, we're going to be looking back at my Game Week 25 team, looking forward from Game Week 26 all the way up to Game Week 34. And I will be playing a certain chip. I'm sure a lot of you know this already. But yeah, let's get into it. Good day, mate. I'm FPLRoo. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another FPL video. First of all, let's start with my Game Week 25 team and how I got on. So in goal, we had Edison, another disappointment. Tarkowski, brought him in for a -4, 0 points. Absolutely shocking. Ben White done the business now, 2 clean sheets, 13 points. Really happy with that. And Bueno with 3 points. He did start both games, but he did come off injured the second game. So 3 points is not the worst for him. I did play my triple captain on Salah. A little bit disappointed. I said I wouldn't play it on Rashford when he had that great double because I was saving it for Haaland, and then I went and played it on Salah. So just gutted I didn't really stick to what I was waiting for. McNeil, another player, brought in 4 points. It was kind of an enabler for Salah, so I can't be too mad at that. Saka, 15-pointer, happy with that, but disappointed I didn't captain him. Andreas with a 1-pointer. Up front, Kane delivered again, 6 points, a nice goal against Chelsea, and Haaland with a 10-pointer, and then Nketiah with an assist. So disappointing from Nketiah, as I'd expect big things from him in Game Week 25, but he didn't start either game, and he only came on and could make an impact there, and he got an assist. Overall, I got a green arrow, so really happy with that, but I feel like it's what could have been almost, because I did play my triple captain, so I'd expect to get a green arrow. But I have seen worse scores out there. Let me know below what you scored in Game Week 25. Now we'll kick on to what you're all here for, the Game Week 26 team. So I will be playing my wild card, and this is the team I've gone for. So I've gone for Kepa in goal. He has a good fixture this week against Leeds at home. The reason I've gone for Kepa is he doesn't blank in Game Week 28 and has a double in Game Week 29, where I will be playing my bench boost, but we'll talk more on that later on in the video. Trippier is starting, so difficult fixture against Man City away, but I feel like Trippier is fixture proof, and Newcastle hopefully will bounce back after that League Cup defeat against Man United on the weekend. Next team, I've gone for Ben Mee. So the reason I've got Ben Mee is not for this fixture, not for Fulham at home. I've got him in because Brentford do double in Game Week 27. They don't blank in Game Week 28, and then they double again in Game Week 29. So yeah, a really good player, a really good team to target too. Next team is Zinchenko. So I did have Ben White, but I have gone for Zinchenko here. He's a little bit more nailed and he's got more attacking threat. They do have Bournemouth at home. There isn't a chance to go for Gabriel instead as a more solid option and less rotation. But I feel with the Europa League coming back, Tierney will play in them games, and then Zinchenko can play in the Premier League. So that's why I've gone for them 3. Also, on my bench for defenders, I've got Botman and Pinnock. So I've gone for the 2 double ups, Newcastle and Brentford. The reason I've gone for that is because Newcastle potentially double in Game Week 31 alongside not blanking in 28 and doubling in Game Week 29. Next up, we'll move on to the midfield, probably the most important part of the team. So we have gone for the double up Arsenal midfielders, so Odegaard and Saka. Both have Bournemouth at home. The reason we've tripled up on Arsenal is because they're flying at the moment and they don't blank in Game Week 28. So it's really, really good. They don't double as well the rest of the season, but they don't blank. So really good players to have. Alongside them, I've gone for Marcus Rashford, who does blank in Game Week 28, but he does double in Game Week 29. And I feel like you just can't not have him in your team. To be honest, he's on fire at the moment. Although he does have Liverpool away, I do fancy United to win that game. So hopefully Rashford can get a goal. Next team, I've gone for Mitoma. So this is the first Brighton player you'll be able to see. I've gone for Mitoma as I feel like he's the best option in terms of creativity and attacking threat for Brighton. Although some of the stats and some of the kind of predicted goals suggest other players, for me, Mitoma looks the most frightening, and I just wouldn't want to be a fullback defending against Mitoma. So that's why I've gone for him. Brighton do double in game week 27. They do blank though in game week 28, but they double again into game week 29. They are also likely to double in game week 31 and 34 and 37. So Brighton have got the most games left out of anyone. So definitely players to bring in, especially if you've got no chips, bring them Brighton players in. Also on the bench, we have got Solly Marsh. So again, double up on the Brighton midfield. So again, West Ham at home. And also we've got on the bench Sanchez in goal. Again, another Brighton player. The reason I did go for Sanchez over Raya or maybe Fraser Forster or someone like that is in game week 28. If I went for a Brighton defender, then I'd be a player short. But as I've gone for a goalkeeper, Kepa can play instead. Whereas if I went for Lewis Dunk or Stupinan, they'd have to be on my bench and taking up a slot, say from like Rashford and from the other Brighton players. So that's the reason I've gone for the Brighton goalkeeper. Now we'll move on to the absolute goal machines. So probably the three strikers everyone's going to have on the wild card is Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, and Ivan Toney. Harry Kane is because he's just like, he's been so good this season in terms of consistent goals every game, near enough, and he doesn't blank in game week 28. Although he doesn't double in 29, he still has that fixture in game week 28, which is a really, really big plus. And he has a really, really good run of fixtures coming up, starting off with Wolves away. Erling Haaland, don't really need to explain that. Although he does blank in game week 28 and doesn't double in game week 29, we'll talk about how we can maybe deal with that or manipulate that a bit further on in the transfer planner later on in this video. Ivan Toney, again, double in 27, doesn't blank in 28 and doubles in 29. It seems like a no-brainer. I know a lot of people are worried about his betting charges and his yellow cards. For me, that's absolutely fine. If he does get banned or anything like that, we can move him to Watkins, who doesn't blank in game week 28 and doubles in game week 29. But for me, I think he'll be all right for a good month or so, a couple months. So Ivan Toney is straight in my team, especially with having so many games over the next 3 game weeks. Before we move on to the transfer planner and talking through every single transfer that I'm going to make between now and game week 34, please make sure you smash the like on this video, as it really helps out the channel. And if you are new around here, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, as I will be releasing FPL videos every week, 2 to 3 videos every single week, to help you climb your mini leagues and up the ranks. So first of all, with this strategy and with this wild card, you will be getting 6 doublers in game week 27, 11 players in game week 28, 13 doublers with bench boost in game week 29, 6 doublers in game week 31, and 9 doublers in game week 34. So we'll move on to that now, and I'll show you what to do once you do wildcard. So first up, we have double game week 27, where we have 6 doublers. So Sanchez in goal with Leeds away, Palace at home, Trippier, Wolves at home, Ben Mee with Everton away, Southampton away. The same fixtures for Pinnock. March with Leeds away, Palace at home, Matoma with the same fixtures, Saka, Fulham away, Rashford, Southampton at home, Ivan Toney with Everton away, Southampton away, Kane with Forest at home, and Haaland with Crystal Palace away. The only problem with this game week is there's a lot of good players on the bench, potential to play bench boost, but for me, I think it's better off being played in game week 29. So let's skip forward to game week 28 so we can get to that double game week in 29. So with blank game week 28, you are looking really, really good if you do play this wild card. So you'll end up having 10 players, and with an additional transfer, you can get to 11. So Kepa does have Everton at home, a pretty good fixture. Trippier, Forest away, and Botman, Forest away. Then the Brentford players, Mee, Pinnock, and Ivan Toney, have Leicester at home. The Arsenal players have Palace at home, so Zinchenko, Odegaard, and Saka. Harry Kane has Southampton away and probably will be the captain. And then the transfer will be Erling Haaland to Watkins. So hear me out. Obviously, Haaland blanks in this game week. So it's a great chance to bring in another player and almost for free. So he's definitely going to outscore Haaland in this game week if he gets a goal even if he just gets appearance points, but he should get a goal. Watkins with Bournemouth at home. Haaland then has Liverpool in the next game, although it is at home, which is a little bit worrying. But Watkins has a double game week, so hopefully he can outscore Haaland in that one too. And then we'll probably bring back Haaland later on. But yeah, we'll skip forward to game week 29 so we can see how it lines up for the bench boost and for the double game week. So for double game week 29, we will be having 13 doublers, which will basically include the bench boost, so players on the bench. And in order to get that, I've gone Zinchenko to Luke Shaw and Odegaard to Bruno Fernandes. So it is projected 113 points, this team, with the bench boost. So we'll quickly talk through the team. Kepa has Villa at home, Liverpool at home. So 2 home games are really great. The 2 Newcastle defenders, so Trippier and Botman. Botman's on the bench. Have Man United at home and West Ham away. The Brighton players, me, Pinnock and Tony, have Brighton away and Man United away. The Man United players, Shaw, Fernandes and Rashford, have Newcastle away and Brentford at home. The Brighton players, Matoma, March and Sanchez, have Brentford at home and Bournemouth away. So a really, really good double game week. And then you have Ollie Watkins with Chelsea away, Leicester away, and then on the bench, Saka with Leeds at home and Kane with Everton away. So really, really good chance to kind of capitalise on them good fixtures for the single game week players and then a whole lot of double game week players. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this team. Hopefully we can hit that projected points of 113. I'd be really, really happy with that. And yeah, let me know below what you think of this team. But we'll keep going. We're going all the way to game week 34, so make sure you stay tuned and smash the like button if you're liking it so far. So game week 30 is where we'll be bringing back in Erling Haaland for Ivan Toney. The reason I'm chosen Toney to take out is that betting ban, it might still be looming over him. The hearing is due to be around game week 30, 31, so probably a good thing to get him out. And the team, yeah, lines up like this. We've got Kepa in goal, Wolves away, Trippier, and Botman. I've played both of them with Brentford away. Me with Newcastle at home. Luke Shaw with Everton at home, same as Fernandes and Rashford. Saka Liverpool away. Kane Brighton at home. Haaland Southampton away. And then Ollie Watkins Nottingham Forest at home. So yeah, really happy with that. And then really looking forward to that Watkins transfer too. So he has Bournemouth double, Forest at home. So yeah, hopefully that can pay off. And we'll go on to game week 31. So for game week 31, this is the week where Brighton and Newcastle are likely to double. And we have 6 doublers in this game week. So Sanchez, Matoma and March from Brighton have Newcastle away, Chelsea away. So not the easiest double game week, but it's probably better than one fixture. Trippier, Botman and Callum Wilson is the transfer in. So Wilson in for Watkins out. It doesn't have to be Wilson. You could try and go for maybe an Almiron, but yeah, I like the look of Wilson, and hopefully he's fit and he is scoring at that time. So they have Brighton at home and Villa away, so a pretty good double game week. Luke Shaw finishes up the defence, so with Forest away. Forest have been doing better recently, but we just don't know by then. They could be safe. They could be on the beach. And yeah, Rashford as well with Forest away. We've had to bench Fernandes, which doesn't really sit right with me. Maybe closer to the time we'll bench one of the Brighton doublers. But yeah, it doesn't sit right with me benching Fernandes, but we'll worry about that later on. And yeah, closer to the time. So Saka has West Ham away as well. And the rest of the strike force is Harry Kane with Bournemouth at home and Haaland with Leicester at home. So this could be another week again for a double game week, a really strong bench. If you don't decide to play it in game week 29 with Fernandes and the 2 Brentford and Kepa in goal. But yeah, we'll move on to game week 32 where it is likely to be it is going to be a blank game week. So we'll let you know how we deal with that. So game week 32 is the perfect time to play the free hit, in my opinion. That is because Brighton and Man United double in game week 34. So you're going to have triple up of them players as they've kind of just had the doubles and just had good fixtures. So you're not going to really want to take them out as well, just for this blank game week. So this is the free hit team I've gone for. Liverpool as well have a really good fixture in this. So I have gone for the Liverpool triple up, but we'll start in goal with Areola, so West Ham's goalkeeper, with Bournemouth away. Trippier, Spurs at home, and then the 3 Liverpool players all have Forest at home. So I've gone for Alexander-Arnold, Salah, and Darwin Núñez. Zinchenko, again, 3 Arsenal because they do have Southampton at home. Zinchenko, Saka, and Odegaard. I've also gone for a kind of wildcard pick, a bit of a differential. So Solomon from Fulham, who has Leeds at home, he's been on fire recently. So if he can keep it up, then he's definitely an option. And then up front, you've got Harry Kane, Newcastle away. Danny Ings as well, Bournemouth away. He scored a couple of goals recently, but again, we don't know form closer to that date. But for now, he looks like a good option. So that'll be the team. A good chance to kind of really spend a lot of money on the free hit on your Liverpool players, on your Arsenal players, and then kind of just plug the gaps with maybe Harry Kane, couple West Ham, and then a few kind of differentials. So yeah, good week to play your free hit as you do get back your Brighton and Man United players, where they will double again in game week 34. But we'll move on to 33. So for game week 33, it is a bit of a weird game week as a lot of the big teams kind of play each other. But yeah, this is how the team will line up. It is a perfect chance to kind of roll a transfer with the double game week in game week 34 coming up, where you might need 2 transfers. So yeah, it's the Brighton players. Hopefully Brighton do well. Otherwise, I don't know how this wild card will turn out or how the rest of my season will turn out. So yeah, Sanchez, Forest away. Same as Matoma and March. The Newcastle players, so I've got the triple up on Newcastle, Everton away, Botman, Trippier, and Wilson. Double Newcastle, double Man United as I have bench Fernandes, so Shaw and Rashford with Tottenham away, Saka with City away, and Kane with Man United at home, and Haaland with Arsenal at home. So they do play each other, Man United and Spurs, and Arsenal and Man City. So that is kind of a difficult game week, and that's why it's so projected to score only 47 points. But yeah, we'll move on to game week 34, which is a double game week, and hopefully that will score more than 47 points in that. Game week 34 is a double game week where we are going to have 9 doublers. So again, the Brighton players, which is why I've kept them all this time, do double. Man United at home, Wolves at home, again, Sanchez, Matoma, and March. In defence, we've gone for Trippier with a single game week, Southampton at home, Ben Mee with Forest at home, and Luke Shaw with a double game week with Brighton away and Villa at home. So really, really good double game week. Also got Fernandes and Rashford with them fixtures. Transfer in this week was Saka out, which is, I know, sounds very odd, but yeah, Saka out. They do have Chelsea away. Chelsea at home, and then Newcastle away, so it could be tough. But yeah, not too sure on that transfer. But yeah, Mara's in for Man City's double, and then Solly March is the other Brighton player. Also up front, we've gone Callum Wilson to Darwin Núñez as Liverpool do have a double. You could take out Harry Kane and bring in Salah as well. That is another great option. So maybe take out one of the Brighton midfielders, or even Saka to Salah, and then downgrade Harry Kane. And then you've also got Erling Haaland with West Ham at home and Fulham away. So a really good double game week. If you've got your triple captain left, then this will be a good double game week to play it in. And it is projected 94 points, so a really, really big one. Thanks for watching. That was it for this wildcard kind of team selection and transfer planner video, all the way up to game week 34. And if you are playing your wildcard, let me know below, and let me know if you're not either. So just let me know yes or no to wildcard. Also, if you are new around here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button on your way out too. And good luck for the rest of the game week and all the way up to game week 34. Have a good one.